wabarakatuh. I'm from Group 2. I want to explain the material about definition of literature fiction. Literature fiction is also known as serious fiction, though personally I dislike both terms. Literary fiction is universal understood as symbol or thematic fiction that critics consider to have literary merit. In other words, it is a story that tries to be bigger than the story itself. To do this, literary must comment on something is considered significant, such as social or political issues or the human condition. Critics of literature fiction usually contrast it to genre fiction, or fiction that is written to be popular to a mass audience. The main difference between literary fiction and genre fiction is their reliance on plot. While genre fiction is driven by plot, literary fiction is less about its plot and more about the value of its commentary. A great way to look at this distinction is to remember that genre fiction tries to help you escape reality, while literary fiction tries to get you to open to your reality. That's enough for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I'm walking the front TV as the second speaker, and the next is the characteristics of the series fiction. The first characteristic of series fiction is the style of prose. The series fiction writing style is typically elegant, with language that is elevated or poetic. In other words, the writers are not only use words as a means of descriptions, but there are some symbolisms, metaphors, allegories, and advanced vocabulary infused with imagery. Moreover, the writers are not only care deeply about figurative language, but they also care deeply about the rhythm of the sentences, the originality of the phrases, and the sounds of words. Series fiction is also generally considered intellectually superior, as the reader is often expected to be well-read in classics to fully grasp the allegories and metaphors. Because series fiction is full of nuances and metaphors, it requires researches and knowledge in order to appreciate it. There's a reason why Shakespeare, James Joyce, and Borges have college courses devoted to their works.
Hello, my name is Anika Pratidina, and now I'm going to explain about themes. Themes of serious fictions might explore social commentary, political criticism, or reflections of the human conditions. Serious fictions explore larger philosophical themes regarding the human conditions and the will of the nature. Literary fiction as a whole wants to make a sense of the world around us by exploring the human conditions. Stories that explore the human conditions are not exactly fun reads. An example of literary ideas include questions of governance, like what the ideal type of a government, and the next is literary ideas include philosophical questions such as what is the meaning of life. Many famous literary novels attempt to answer these questions, or simply represent characters grappling with these questions themselves. Of course, literary fiction's primary concern of human beings and aesthetic lead to the inclusions of the ideas, themes, and symbols. The fact that these allow for multiplicity of interpretations is a good thing. Moreover, its tone is usually serious because the truth literary fiction grapples with where they try to get readers thinking about the universal issues like fate, human tragedy, and a purpose. Thank you.
In point C, next point is serious fiction use historical setting, which often but not always. In the serious fiction, the setting use historical setting, which often but not always use serious. Not always use historical setting. And the next point is serious fiction is character focused narrative or overplot. So literary fiction can be described as layered with inner stories and subtext. Its character tend to be complex because in the literary fiction examines character, motivation, and thoughts in order to get the readers emotionally invested. So in this part, focus on to get the readers emotionally invested. The characters take center stage. The characters must be explored and defined, and the impetus that moves the story forward. And this character takes center stage. It means center stage. And then literary fiction doesn't just show the character in action. Doesn't just show the character in action, but also show how every action change the character. Not only show the action, but all of the action can change the character. I think. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adi. In here, I want to deliver about the problem of science fiction. Number one, they are accused as being boring and move too slow. Science fiction is character-driven or instead of plot-intensive. To make room for such character development, the pacing tends to be slow and some people think it is as a boring narrative. Number two, science fiction convey big themes such as story, philosophy, or politics to the risk is being condensing of lofty or too complex such as social or political issues or the human condition. The themes or subject of the text and its social or political and or historic context are important to how you read literary fiction. It is especially true since a lot of books seen as literary were written in past century and societal taboos and beliefs are static. Okay, and then number three, science fiction may be difficult to be read. Literary fiction may rely on symbolism or allegory to convey a deeper meaning. It merely hinder a level of intellectual engagement. There is almost always a deeper takeaway than the story itself reveals. However, literary fiction is more continuous with the style of the prose. The writer don't only use words as a means of description. They tend to care deeply about figurative language. There are symbolism, a metaphor, allegory, and advanced vocabulary infused with imagery. Okay, I think enough from me. For the next explanation will be delivered by my friends Juwita Putri.
Guys, my name is Juwita Putri Ayu. I'll try to give you some examples of serious fiction. One is Brokeback Mountain by Prolix. Down came glacier range, stretched from below by gelatinous band of pale green. The sooty bulk of the mountain fell slowly until it was the same color as the smoke from any previous fire. The second example is The Goldfinch by Donatar. Did she see how my mother's nose had the thinnest bump of the top? where she broken it falling off a tree as a child, or how the black rings around the light blue irises of my mother's eyes gave her a slightly wild quality, as of some steady-eye hunting creature alone on the pen. Okay, the last example is A Home at the End of the World by Michael Cunningham. My blank eyes glitter like spiders above the lush white frost. I was not ladylike, nor was I manly. I was something else altogether. Okay guys, that's all of our materials. So hope you guys find it useful. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.